Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another installment of Power of the Force Memories, and what we're talking about today are the various Imperial forces that are from the Battle of Hoth in The Empire Strikes Back. And so they did a bunch of different characters and also deluxe figures. And the first one that they did was the basic Snowtrooper, and I no longer have a carded example of this. In fact, the only thing that I still have on a card from this entire group of figures is the AT-AT driver, which was issued separately on a card. But the rest of these are more or less army builders, particularly the basic Snowtrooper. So I didn't keep any of them on the card, and I didn't save the cards either. So again, these were troop builders, so I wasn't really concerned about it. So this is the basic figure, and you can see what that looks like. I think they did a pretty good job in terms of the sculpting and everything, and the backpack is removable as well, so you can see that just pegs into a little hole in his back. So overall, really like the figure. It's, again, a little bit on the bulky side, but overall, pretty happy with it. And then they also released a deluxe version of it that came with the E-Web cannon. This is the weapon they try to use against the Millennium Falcon as the ship is blasting its way out of the hangar on Hoth. So yeah, really cool looking weapon. And this weapon also appears in The Mandalorian as well. So if you are looking for accessories to go with stuff for your Mandalorian figures, yeah, you want to purchase the set that comes with the deluxe Hoth Snowtrooper. And you can see in terms of the figure itself, he's actually slightly different from the standard version. You can see the outfit is sort of done with like a little bit of blue tint, and there's a little bit more weathering on it as well. And he's done obviously in the stance to wield the weapon. So in terms of being a figure that can sort of stand on his own, not very good, because he's sort of in the squatting position. So this figure is really mostly only good for being behind the cannon. So if you want to have just regular troop builders, it's probably better off getting the standard Snowtrooper. But if you want to have one that can be the gunner, this is useful. There is also one other version of the Snowtrooper that's done with the Millennium Minted coin, and that version has slightly different coloration on the uniform. I believe these packs are done in white, and then the legs and arms have like a little bit of a sort of tan kind of tint to them. So slightly different paint on that version of the Snowtrooper. And I don't have a version of that in my collection. Those Millennium Minted coin versions of the figures were more expensive, and I didn't pick up too many of them, mainly because the figures weren't different enough from the original versions to make it worthwhile in a lot of cases. So I only have a handful of the Millennium Minted coin versions. And in terms of the cannon, it has quite a bit of articulation. You can see it pivots here and up and down like this as well. And the missile actually launches out of that. All you have to do is hit this button right here, and the missile launches out. There's also an attachment part, which is like a power unit. And so that actually plugs into the bottom of this, just like this. So, and that sort of simulates the look of the complete E-Web weapon as it appears in the movie. So that's very cool. And then in terms of other Imperial troops, there were two that were issued with the AT-AT, and these are the two, the AT-AT commander right here. You can see what that looks like. So this one was not issued on a regular standard card either. So if you wanted to get the AT-AT commander, you needed to buy the electronic AT-AT. And the other figure included with that was the AT-AT driver. And this figure is pretty cool looking overall. And they did a version of it on a card separately. And you can actually see this is slightly different. The one that comes on the card is actually a little bit smaller than the loose version that comes with the AT-AT. So there are some differences. It's not just a straight up reissue of the original figure. This one is actually slightly smaller, or at least appears to be slightly smaller than the original version. So, and then this one was issued with the freeze frame slide, and then on the back you get pictures of the AT-ATs attacking the Rebel base on Hoth. So very cool, and you can see the date on this is 1998. So this one came out much later in the line, and you can see some of the figures that were around at that time period. I haven't gotten to them in terms of this series. So, but I will review these on the channel eventually. And then last but not least, we have the deluxe probe droid, and I can show you what the card back looks like on that. This one actually comes with several different actions, and this is what the probe droid looks like. And in terms of articulation, it's got like these things are on a ball joint, so you can actually rotate them and move them back and forth. So they don't have any articulation at these joints, but you can actually move these arms around quite a bit. It'd be nice if they had some additional articulation, but it is what it is. It's pretty decent, and all the detail and stuff in terms of the painting and stickers and stuff on this make it definitely worth picking up. And in terms of the various actions on this, you get a launching missile, which you hit the button here, and this orange part pops out, so you can see that's firing. And then also, if you want to simulate the self-destruct, there's a little button down here. So all you got to do is hit that, and the top of it pops off. So yeah, cool little features on this thing, and I really like all the detail on it. I think they did just a really good job in terms of recreating the probe droid from Empire Strikes Back. Very cool. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more reviews of Star Wars action figures in the future, think about subscribing to the channel, because I will be covering more of this in future videos. Until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and may the Force be with you. Thanks for watching.